Hello everyone. Today we are going to do a reading for full moon in Capricorn. That's happening on 11th of July in most places. Some places 10th of July, depending upon where you are in the world. This is a culmination point which is bringing an energy of closure and heightened awareness around your career goals, professional identity, long-term ambitions, personal discipline or maturity, power dynamics and societal structure. So everything Saturn is going to get impacted here. So, what we will do is we'll start with an overall energy from the fairy oracle, followed by a 4 card spread from Lightseer's tarot, and I'll pull clarifiers where required, and let's see what message comes through for us. So if you like what I do here, do go hit that like button, comment if you have any feedback, and subscribe to my channel. That helps me grow and gives me confidence that I'm on the right track and I can bring you more content. Let's see which card pops out for the overall energy around the full moon in Capricorn. Okay, we have find balance. It says find balance between your work, rest and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. So this is very much in line with what full moon in Capricorn is giving us as a reminder, right? It talks about work life balance, especially Capricorn Cancer being the work life balance axis. It's important that we make time for ourselves. We relook at the definition of success that we have. There's a possibility that the way we measure how good we have been doing in life changes, our perception around it changes. I think it's time when people will outgrow their sense of validation which is external, and seek more internal validation and do what's best for them. It's going to be a larger change that's going to come around, but that's where the larger energy will head to. And this fine balance is nothing but it's about giving yourself that time out to be able to take that call in terms of what next comes for you in life and where do you want to see yourself. Bottom of the same deck we have divination. Enhance your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. So the more time you take out for yourself, everyone has a different way of it. Some people meditate, some people travel, some people read. So whatever helps you with clarity and gives you that sense of processing your emotions and thoughts, I think it would be best to kind of dedicate a day or two around this period to focus on yourself and come out with answers on what is it that you want to do next in life. This is going to be a period where there will be big life changes, both around career, and it usually impacts how we look at life, right? A good chunk of our life goes in work. So that is to be expected. Let's see what the tarot brings. We will pull out an overall energy that's present at the time. We'll look at any challenges that come by, and we'll look at advice from the universe and a possible outcome should we take the advice. Okay, we have 3 cards that have popped out for current situation. I don't think we are going to need clarifiers here, but let's see. We have 2 of Wands, Page of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. Just making sure everything is in view. Okay, so pretty much the energy of contemplating a leap forward, right? So far things might have felt slow. They might have been practically not moving, and that's also because, one, you have been doing what you have been doing for a very long time, and I think it's a universe's way of nudging us to look at things a little differently and try to find new ways of doing things. Some message or communication may come through which would be either an apology or a small offer, which will bring in that thought of, can life be a little different? Have I achieved what I wanted in my current path of life, and is it time to step onto a different path? That's largely what Two of Wands is about. It's all coming back from, triggered by some message which you may receive around the 11th of July. Let's see what the challenge is. There's a high possibility with all these energies that are around full moon in Capricorn that there might be a tower moment in the life. But let's see if that card pops up. Okay. In our challenges we have the High Priestess and the Devil. So two major arcanas, big energies. What I'm getting here is this is something that Spirit or Universe has been telling you for a while. You might have started getting messages around these themes somewhere in January this year, and but what happens is we are so engrossed in our toxic patterns of working the way we are, wanting to stay in control, at least the perception of control, that we kind of push those thoughts or feelings away which tell us that things should be different. So this period is going to bring in a phase of deep transformations, especially with respect to authority and control. There'll be breakthroughs in terms of how you look at societal status, social status, work, and any patterns that you have been following for a long time. For instance, I used to for a long time believe that work hard, play hard, and for me play hard was like trying to take a trip every 3 months to recover from the exhaustion I would get by overworking myself. But that didn't work. At some point I really had to put a full stop on work and focus on myself, and it took me almost a year to realize it. My body had been telling me for a long time, but I think I was just days away from a breakdown when I took that call. So it can be different for everyone. I'm just citing an example in terms of how it can present. A lot of need for external validation also would change. So there can be a pivotal moment where you suddenly realize that it doesn't matter what people around you think unless you're feeling good about yourself within you. So that is going to come. The Devil kind of reminds us that it's easier to stay where we are. We might be resisting this change. Try not to do that, and let's see what comes in advice and how does that help. Okay, we have 3 cards again. We have 3 of Cups. So there is help around you available. There are people who will support you if you choose this. Definitely rest is needed with 4 of Swords. And Hangman, time to look at things with a different perspective. I think it's all tying up in the same direction where there is a need to step back and relook at what your boundaries should be, how your life should be structured, what kind of work you want to do. Are people around you accountable? People usually around us, and even the ones who love us, are very quick to give their opinions or judge us, but a lot of the times many of them are not there when you need them. So you're going to take a hard look at who you want to keep and not keep in your life, and it may come across as a shock for many that you are going to make such decisions, but that is what is likely to be best for you, and you're going to choose what is in your best interest at this point. So let's look at the possible outcome. We already have cards popping out. We have the Queen of Pentacles, which is a Capricorn energy. So it's an energy of a motherly figure who's content, resourceful, and she's a queen who's rich. So if you are worried about taking rest and figuring out how your finances or other things will work out, I think this card kind of gives you a reassurance that take that leap with the Fool card, and you will be supported, you will be backed. With the Four of Pentacles, it's another message of there is something you're holding on to and you have held on to for a long time, which will actually support you through this transition today. uh, it may also be the time to release it, to take that leap forward and move to your new life. And this this thing that you're leaving behind is something which has served its purpose and kind of given you what it could in your life. So it's time to move to something which is more relevant. Let's pull out one affirmation card and see what helps you at this point of time, and then we'll close the reading. I would again request people to comment, share, like, subscribe to this video if this was helpful for you. It helps me grow and bring you more content. I am a pure spirit. I recognize the true beauty of my being. I am the spirit of love shining brightly. So, a card which talks about self-love, self-preservation, brings you a reminder that you need to give yourself space and time to heal and to process what's going on and where do you want to go next. I think it's a very clear, tied up reading where all the messages are coherent, going towards in one direction. So I'm not going to clarify. I'll close this reading here and I'll see you next time.